What is up, YouTube? This is your boy ATUM-RE coming back at you with another video. This one is going to be a banger, but before we go in, I want to tell you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Do that, please. Alright, so if you guys are anything like me, you guys are probably gun addicts that probably need to go to get yourselves medicated. Probably need to go to rehab. I probably should too, because I'm constantly thinking about guns and the next gun that I want to buy. I probably have 20 guns that are in my head, but I'm going to spare you guys the super long video, and we're just going to do 5 guns that are on my wish list. This is my wish list. This is not a dream gun thing or anything like that. No $3,000 guns on here. These are what are in my grasp and what are in my budget on my wish list. Okay, starting out. Number 1, we're going to break them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 is going to be AK-47. I want me a decent AK-47. Don't know an extreme amount about them, and not as knowledgeable as some people are about them. But I want one. I like what the 7.62 by 3.9 round does. I've seen it been run suppressed and subsonic. And I hear it is a good hunting round as well. It's a very versatile round. I know AKs don't go out to 600 yards, but again, I am not trying to shoot anything 600 yards out. Just not interested. I'm not a long distance shooter. Sorry, I know some people are, but that's just not my thing. So no BMGs for the kid. But I would love an AK-47, and I want a vintage looking one that actually has wood furniture. I don't want an all black one, and I want to actually have real wood furniture. So I want a really nice looking AK-47. So that is on my wish list. Okay, I know a lot of you guys already have one, but I don't. The pandemic buyers actually made that hard for people like me. Okay, moving on. Number 2, Walther PPQ. This is a competitor to Glock 19 and other polymer pistols in the flooded polymer pistol market. But this one has a second to none trigger. The Walther PPQ, generally comes in 15+1, but you can buy the additional mags. But it is a nice, sleek looking gun. It also has very aggressive texture, and the trigger is sweet. I am become a trigger snob all of a sudden, but I like anything that has a trigger. The only thing I've seen that can hang with the PPQ in the trigger would be the HK VP9 and the CZ P10. Those are the only guns out of the box in the polymer striker, not competition guns. But some of those guns can be used for competition, though. You can modify the trigger, make them a tad bit lighter, but out of the box, just killing the Glock. Good sights. Great trigger, great ergonomics, a gun I definitely gotta have. Alright, so that's it for the Walther PPQ. I will be seeing you soon, and I know the retail around $4.99, so that's very reasonable in my budget. Alright, so Beretta M9A3 is next. The Beretta M9A3, this is a gun to me that should have won the military trials. How did you lose to SIG? Oh, SIG paid. I guess SIG is the cheapest, the lowest bidder. That's how that worked out. But if you ever get your eyes or your hands on this gun, it is a thing of beauty. Real steel, hammer fired pistol, just a beautiful thing. And I want it chambered in 9mm. I don't want to really switch up on calibers. I just like to keep everything in 9mm as far as my pistols. I know a lot of people like other different rounds like 45 and 10mm. And I may move on to that in the future, but right now I'm sticking to 9mm. But I want me that Beretta, and I wanted an FDE. I love that desert sand, so gotta have one of those on my wish list. And I think they retail around $1,100, which is still within my budget, something that I can work out. And number 4. It's going to be Mossberg 940 JM Pro. It's going to be the auto loader. Okay, how can I have a list without a shotgun? If by now you guys know that's my favorite platform. So I like one hitter quitter damage. I want something that cuts the light off instantly instead of having to fire off multiple shots and adding on to the stress. But the Mossberg 940 JM Pro, if you don't know JM, that's for Jerry Michalik, which is a professional shooter. The guy's badass. If you haven't watched his videos, definitely watch him and subscribe to his channel. His daughter and wife are badass as well, but to have a gun named after you, you have to be badass. But the gun itself is a nice gun. It's an autoloader. It's tube load, so I don't deal with bullpup and I don't deal with mag-fed shotguns. But I think the capacity is 9+1. It shoots very smooth. I've seen him shoot pretty much everything, even the mini shells I've seen been shot through him. And I also seen Lena, Mr. Lake, she was doing this little trick where she quad loads them, you know, so if I ever get my hands on them, you know, I'm going to definitely work that drill on tape, try to quad load it. So the Mossberg 940 JM Pro is definitely on my wish list, and it retails right around 1100. Now this last one may surprise you, but it may not, because, you know, I have a little FUD in me, so I like vintage guns. You know, I prefer a vintage gun over some of the Halo looking type guns. A Henry. It's going to be a Henry, and guess what I want it chambered in? 4570, baby. I want power. Power. 4570. I want something strong enough to knock down a bear. I always like the Henry. I like lever guns. They're beautiful. I always wanted one. That's something you can also use to even decorate your house. You can just have it displayed on your wall back there, and it just looks like art. And they're very effective. Very good follow-up shots once you get trained. If I can shoot a shotgun, I can shoot a lever gun. If I can handle slug, I can handle 4570. Bring it on. I embrace recoil. And I gotta have my hand on one of those Henry 4570 lever guns. I know some of y'all are like, what? Why does he want a lever gun? I'm just different, man. I like all types of guns, and I like to want to have my gun collection diverse. I don't want it to be all one thing. As far as, you know, the caliber for my pistols, I try to keep that all the same because it makes buying ammo effective, especially now. So having nothing but 9mm makes it very effective. But one day I may move on to a 45, 10mm. I've heard bad things about 40 cal, but like I said, until you shoot it for yourself, don't be the judge. I don't judge anything by what I hear from others. But again, I don't want to babble. You see how I'm going off subject, so let me get back in, bring it back. All right, so that is my top 5 wish list. I want you guys to comment. Tell me if you have anything on your wish list. If you guys have even looked as far as 5 guns down the road, but you know, just let me know. You know, in the comment section. Share your thoughts. Share your video. That's all I have, and I always end it the same way. Got to fight for our rights. The Second Amendment shall not be infringed.